After our first night's rest at the lodge, we again boarded our coach with Aaron and Mark. First to sightsee around Banff and then off to the Icefield Parkway, Lake Louise and Jasper National Park. Magnificent early morning views of Cascade Mountain with Mount Norquay to the left. Cascade of Time Gardens sit peacefully in the shadow of the Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel and Mount Rundle.
What you know is true. Don't have to tell you. I love your precious heart. I was standing.
River Avenue Banff provides a splendid view of Bow Falls and Bow River, with Mount Rundle splitting the morning sunshine, also providing an excellent backdrop for photographs.
We could live for 1,000 years if I hurt you. I make wine from your tears. I told you that we could fly.
An example of the bear-proof rubbish bins, a necessity throughout most of the Rockies. A short climb to a vantage point to view the Banff Springs Hotel and another group photo opportunity. The hotel opened in 1888 by the Canadian Pacific Railway as one of the earliest of Canada's grand railway hotels. The original 1888 five-storey wooden hotel was designed by Bruce Price and was able to accommodate 280 guests. As the hotel grew, the original structure became the North Wing, which was eventually destroyed by fire in April 1926. The hotel has had many extensions over the years and is now run by the Fairmont Hotel Group.
Down there is the Bow River, and the green that you see back in the trees on the floor is the golf course, the Banff Springs Golf Course.
Just passing Castle Mountain, with Eisenhower Pinnacle furthest to the right.
Yeah. When I get home, I'll put a photo on that ask about this. Usually, it's got a ramp coming out, and it's got all the canoes that you can.
Lake Louise with the Victoria Glacier nestled between Mount Aberdeen, the Devil's Thumb and Mount Victoria in the distance.
Some of us don't know why. I was standing. You were there. Two worlds colliding, and they could never, ever tear us apart. I was standing. You were there. Two worlds colliding.
The majestic Fairmont Chateau Lake Louise with its impressive entrance foyer and sunlit corridors. The eastern wing has an outstanding view of the lake, glacier and mountains. The Fairmont Chateau Lake Louise is an iconic century-old building overlooking the turquoise waters of Lake Louise in Canada's Rocky Mountains. It serves as a luxury hotel and offers breathtaking views of the Bow Valley mountain ranges in Banff National Park. Originally, the site had a smaller chalet that could accommodate 20 people, but over time it evolved into the grand hotel we see today. Whether you're staying in one of the charming guest rooms, luxurious suites, or enjoying the seclusion of Fairmont Gold, you'll be immersed in alpine luxury at this stunning lakeside location. And it starts from $2,100 per night. First sign of new blooms, a pretty Dutch crocus in the garden outside the window. Some of the crystal clear glacial runoff from the lake. Another spectacular view of Mount Aberdeen. The lake is at the latter part of the spring thaw, not actually recommended to be walking on the lake at this stage. That's a nice comfy little cottage adjacent to the hotel. Waiting for Mark, Aaron and our coach for the next hop to Jasper. Had a short stop off at Bow Lake in the foothills of Mount Gordon and Mount Thompson, both mountains straddling Bow Glacier Falls. Simpson's Lodge, also known as the Lodge at Bow Lake, is a historic lodge nestled in the Canadian Rockies. The lodge has a rich history dating back to 1922, when mountaineer Jimmy Simpson built a small shack that eventually evolved into a 24 guest room lodge.
Can you believe it? 2 days, you guys are going to be on a cruise ship, and here you are in the middle of the Rocky Mountains. That's ridiculous. Yeah, we got a big drive day tomorrow. Okay, but we're going to make lots of stops. Okay, it's a long day. We're going to leave early. Right. As we come around this corner, start looking up at the wall. Just a little bit more, a little further. And tell me if you see something interesting. Okay, look up the rocks. No. Okay, now that we're past the tree, yes. What are those marks?
Water marks.
Correct. It's weeping out of the walls of the rock. So we call this the weeping wall. The weeping wall. Those of you on the left will see it on the way back. Okay? Okay, it's called the weeping wall, and people come here and they climb that when it's frozen in the middle of the winter.
A little further along the Icefield Parkway, after the Weeping Wall, we stopped for an incredible view back towards the Big Bend and the partly frozen Panther Falls. Also along this stretch of road, we passed Mount Saskatchewan, Mount Athabaska and Cleopatra's Needle.
Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you I love your precious heart. I was standing, you were there, two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart.
glacier will disappear. Okay? And the wind comes over the top, grabs the cold air off the snow.
Our first view of Athabaska Glacier, which we will be shortly venturing onto. The glacier is squeezed between Mount Athabaska on the left and Mount Andromeda on the right. The glacier is towered over by the snow dome in the distance. There are a total of 6 glaciers in the Columbia Icefield area. Opportunity for a snack and or coffee at the centre before we head off on the coaches.
Text Adam and I said, where is I'm trying, he said, you're right, you're okay. I said, yeah, I'm fit to hold the Leanne in Brian. I said, well, Leanne's in Brian.
A beautiful ice shelf, but you can see how easy it would be for an avalanche to form. The blue colouring is the result of compressed oxygen in the ice. A frozen waterfall suspended in time on the walls of Mount Athabaska. Waiting to board the Icefields coach that will take us up to the monster Ice Explorer Glacier vehicles.
Oh yeah, it's a warm one up there for sure. Not too much wind as well today, which
That's
is really
nice, yeah. It's actually easy. I think it's warmer up here than it is.
for this road that we're about to go driving on, so it's pretty exciting. And I'm gonna make a very brief stop here so that I can turn on our 6-wheel drive. We're truly on our way to our old girl Tonga, home of the big ice, as the Stonies would say. Now, this area is home to 6 glaciers, all supplied. And our glaciers are like the rivers that are flowing out of that lake. So if we were to look from space, it actually look a lot like my hand.
You got your mouth guard in?
Let it be front seat.
That's it, the world's slowest roller coaster.
Even without the walk on the glacier, the ride in the Ice Explorer was a thrilling experience. Sun glistening off the ice shelf at the top of the mountain. The glacial ice being pushed up into huge ice blocks by the pressure build-up as the glacier moves down the mountain. The edge of the upper glacier, where huge blocks will carve off as the sheet moves down. looking back towards the admin centre and restaurant from the glacier surface. And yes, it was windy and cold, the wind even biting through my noise-cancelling microphone.
I don't think I've ever been up here.
I was standing, you were there. Two worlds colliding, and they could never, ever tear us apart. I was standing, you were there.
Now, we didn't have any way of recording or proving this, and of course they were not. They were a full 4,000 meters, and not even quite half the height of Everest.
There you go, little guy. He has no care in the world that we're here. Doesn't care. Yep, you're okay. No, he's eating. And then there's Sleeping Buffalo, right? That's the Tunnel Mountain. And Sulphur Mountain is this one up here on the right-hand side. And if anybody takes the gondola this afternoon or evening, that's where you would go up to Sulphur Mountain.